Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the championship day of the CVCA Christmas Tournament. This is Tim Nichols, and you are tuned in to CVCA Livestream's continuing coverage of the Christmas Tournament. Fifth place game in front of us this afternoon. It'll pit the Aurora Greenmen against the NDCL Lions. It's a rematch of the opening game of the tournament, in which Aurora stopped NDCL by a score of 3-1. In fact, it will be the third meeting of the year between these two teams. They met back in November on the 24th of November. Aurora also victorious in that game by a score of 6-1. The Greenmen, victorious on day one, have bumped into a couple of tough teams in the last couple days. They dropped a meeting between themselves and Avon on Thursday, a 1-1 game. After the first period got away from them in the second period when Avon exploded for 4 second period goals en route to a 7-2 victory against these Greenmen. And then last night, Aurora just no match for CVCA, which stopped the Greenmen 9-0. NDCL, on the other hand, has had a tough tournament as well. They have been putting up a good fight, but yet winless in their 3 meetings in the tournament so far. Yesterday here at the Dan Kostel Rec Center, 3 games which set up today's action, and here are the highlights. Normandy tamed these Lions. Jacob Nugent scored a pair of goals for the Normandy Invaders and led them back past NDCL by a score of 6-2. There was a convocation of eagles, and yes, we had to look that word up. What do you call a group of eagles? Well, it's not a flock. It's not a group. It's called a convocation, and the Eagles from Clay met the Eagles from Avon, and they clipped their wings. 10-0, just an absolute overwhelming performance by the Clay Eagles from Oregon, Ohio. Behind a 7-goal second period, the game ended early because there was a 10-goal differential after 2 periods of play. Whenever there's a 10-goal differential after the second period, game automatically ends, and that one did. The Royals turned these Greenmen blue last night. Cord Stegmeyer added 4 more goals for CVCA. He has 9 through the 3 games of the tournament. David Siff of the pair, and then you see that Eli Parada, Zach Humphrey, and Morgan Joyce scored. Of note, it was only the second time this season that talented Aurora defenseman Will Fiffner was held scoreless. In fact, the first time he did not put up any points, only the second time he did not record a goal this season. Expect to see Fiffner to get back on track this afternoon. He had a hat trick in the first game this week between Aurora and NDCL. And you see the championship game is set. That will take place tonight at 7 o'clock. The Clay Eagles, 14-1 this season against the CVCA Royals, 13-5. That one loss for Clay came to Perrysburg, and that is a common opponent between CVCA and Clay. Perrysburg defeating Clay 4-1 earlier this season. The Royals met Perrysburg twice in the Karen Barlow tournament down at Kent Roosevelt in a round-robin game. Perrysburg won 8-0. And the championship game that followed, as both teams qualified, Perrysburg again victorious 5-1. And so it should be a good matchup tonight, the Eagles and the Royals. But here first things first, it's NDCL and Aurora from the Dan Kostel Rec Center, and you are again tuned into CVCA Livestream's coverage of the CVCA Christmas Tournament. You can follow us on social media by looking for our hashtag at CVCA Livestream. We've been posting all sorts of content on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter, which is known as X these days. Make sure to look for us at the hashtag at CVCA Livestream, and that's the same internet address that you could go to find the CVCA YouTube page, which you've obviously found if you are tuned into us this afternoon. The CVCA live stream crew is back in full force this afternoon for 3 more games, and we hope you'll stick around with us this afternoon and this evening. First up, NDCL and Aurora. Next, Normandy and Avon, and then the Royals against the Eagles tonight in the championship game. And it looks like the teams are moving to the end lines. We've been abiding by tournament rules with no introductions and no national anthems to this point, but it looks like we may deviate from that today. So we'll pause right now and turn it over to the public address announcer, Chuck Barada.
the officials and coaches, the administrators and authority figures, and of course, your team and opponents. Let's make today's contest great by remembering to respect the game. Thank you. The officials assigned to this contest have been selected and assigned according to the procedures adopted by the Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League. And now let's meet the teams. First, the visitors. In goal, number 1, Max Stefan.
And they are doing instructions, and we'll do them with you. For Aurora, starting in goal, Max Stefano.
Number 10, Michael Phillips.
Michael Phillips is a senior who will start for Aurora today.
At forward, number 2, Frankie Winsek.
Frankie Winsek has a goal in this tournament. Will start at forward for Aurora. Winsek, a senior. Also starting for Aurora this afternoon, number 13.
Number 5, Will Fiftner.
And he is not on the roster, but there is Will Fiftner,
At defense, number 6,
the star of the Aurora Greenmen, and also on defense, number 6, Ian Gable, a freshman for the Aurora Greenmen.
the Aurora Green Hockey Team. And now the home team, Notre Dame Cathedral Lab. In goal, number 26, Anna Adevik.
And we'll be right back with you.
At center, number 23, Ethan Emery. At forward, number 24, Nate McClellan. At forward, number 13, Kai Fulkerson. At defense, number 5, Luke Miller. At defense, number 15, Charlie Johnson. And the rest of the Notre Dame Cathedral Hockey. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you all please rise, direct your attention to the American flag at center ice for the playing of the national anthem.
And we're back ready for hockey. Tim Nichols along with you, and the tournament organizers throwing us a bit of a curveball right before the start of the contest today. NDCL will be the home team, Aurora the visiting team. So as you were listening to the national anthem, we were busy trying to update the graphics to make sure we've got the right teams listed as home and as away in this contest. But the Lions will be home. They're wearing their home creamsicle jerseys. with NDCL blue bottoms and the yellow accents for the Lions. The Aurora Greenmen wearing their black uniforms this afternoon with the green band across the top, white numerals accented and outlined in green. The puck is dropped down, and we're underway in the 5th place game, and the Aurora Greenmen win the faceoff and dump it in, and it's sent right back out to center ice, where Will Pfiffner is on it. Pfiffner has it for the Aurora Greenmen, and he'll bring it up ice into the offensive zone. He had a hat trick against these Lions on Wednesday. And it's still Pfiffner down low. Takes a shot and a save for Anna Ademic. Loose in front on the rebound. Scramble, and Ademic tries to cover. It goes behind, and the Lions are going to ice the puck and evade disaster in the opening minute right there. So the Greenmen will get a change, and as a story has been for this entire tournament, the NDCL roster is limited, basically about 10 players, and so a lot of their players will have some tired legs today, but they'll go on some extended shifts. The faceoff is dropped down and centered, looking for someone down low, but intercepted. Here comes the Lions. Luke Miller had it on the far side, had it dispossessed, and it sent out to center ice where Clara Sturger has it. Cross ice, Ethan Emery, and an angled pass in is intercepted by Brody Markle. Markle dumps it in down low for the Greenmen, and Sturger takes a massive hit. There is no call. She gets up, and the Lions head down to the offensive zone. A shot is wide, and I said Sturger. It looked like that might have been Colin Kradak who took the hit, but he is up and skating away. The creamsicle jerseys with the yellow numbers make it a little difficult to see and identify some of the NDCL players, but we'll do our best to do that. Right now, it is the Greenmen who are working the puck up ice, loose into their offensive zone and sent out to center ice. Markle sends it back down low, and the Lions will try and work it out. Long pass, unable to control, and Pfiffner sends it back in. Early first period action, no score yet. NDCL will dump it in low. Chasing after it is Goaling, but Pfiffner gets there first. He'll send it up ice. Sturger tries to insert herself into that. It's tipped into the corner by NDCL's number 15, Charlie Johnson. Johnson and Gable battle in the corner. They draw the attention of several others, and the Lions dig it out. Puck trickles to the near side, centering pass, knocked behind the end line, where it's sent up and cleared by Aurora's Max Schechterman. A shot wide of Anna Ademic, who again is in goal and plays every minute of every game for these NDCL Lions. Max Stefano has done the same in this tournament as the Greenmen come in 2-on-1. A shot and a save by Ademic, who gobbles up that laser from Aurora. 11:51 to go. And we'll take a look at a replay right here. Back under live action. We're trying to take a look at that big hit that happened on the end line. Puck is loose at center ice. Brought back into the zone by Frankie Winsek. Shot, and Ademic corrals that one again. Winsek gained the zone and put a shot on Ademic to test her, and so far, so good for Ademic, the senior goaltender for the Lions. Puck is taken away, and here come the Lions with a 2-on-1 chance if they hurry. It's poke checked away, but they've got a trailer. A backhanded shot goes wide from Ethan Emery. It's sent around the boards, and Emery has it again. He'll dump it down low. Max Smith is on it. Sends it up the boards, but it's kept in for the moment, and they allow that to continue. It was out of the zone, but the referees both missed it. And Colin Kranak is pushed off the puck. We've got a goal scored. The Lions with their first lead of the tournament. NDCL is on the board. Here's the replay. Kranak sent it forward, and it came out to one of the NDCL Lions. And he put it in the back of the net. It's the captain of the Lions with the goal, Ethan Emery. 1-0 NDCL. And they control the face-off again. They'll put another shot, and it's up into the rafters as it was deflected off the blade of Robbie Moore. Face-off to the right of the goaltender, Stefano. And Aurora clears it. Colin McRae into the offensive zone. Swoops it around the boards behind the net. In the corner, sent up and intercepted off the blade of Will Adams. Johnson from Emery and Kranak, the official scoring on the NDCL goal. Lions 1, Greenman 0. It's chipped up and collected in the defensive zone by Ian Gable. He sends it out to center ice. And right off the bench comes Ian Hilliard. He gets it to a teammate, but it's sent right back toward the scorer's table and finally dumped in by Hilliard. All the way around the boards to the near side. And the Lions cleared out. Collected for the moment and sent back in by Gable. The Lions collect it and will try and build out. They do. They'll send it down the ice. But the Green Men take over once again. It's Pfiffner. Looking to get back on the board after he was held scoreless last night by the Royals. Will Pfiffner centers. Was looking for Max Schechterman. Gets it right back. Pfiffner with company. Dishes, and it's sent down low, wide of Ademick's goal, and chipped at, but not collected by Luke Miller. No one there on the right point, and Aurora has to retreat all the way into their defensive zone where Max Smith has it. Smith with company. I believe that's Miller. He'll sweep it back to number 18, Brody Markle. Markle, nice pass into the offensive zone. He gets it right back. Shot is wide. Ricochets wide all the way up to the point. Sent right back down low. And Phillips is on it. Phillips in the corner. Battles for the puck. The Lions collect it and swoop it out to center ice. Sent right back in, delayed offside against the Greenmen. They have to retreat, but they do quickly and get right back in. Sent up and out. 1-on-1, now 2-on-1 for NDCL. Here comes a shot and a score! The Lions go up 2-0 and 2 goals on the afternoon for number 15, Charlie Johnson. There's the replay, and Johnson beats the goaltender Stefano. 2 goals on 2 shots for the Lions. 2-0 NDCL. And they control again. This time the shot attempt is fanned on. And Aurora will ice it. Clara Sturger on the assist. Johnson is second of the afternoon, and so far a rough start to the day for Nick Thompson, who's seen only 2 shots, and they've both beaten him off the blade of Johnson. 8:05 to go, first period. Lions 2, And here's a breakaway chance, but unable to collect it was number 3, Johnny Janzig. The shot does get in on Ademic, who does make a save, and it's in the corner, controlled by McCray. He falls down after he's bumped into, and it comes around the boards. Aurora trying to control, loose still, and sent and over to the near side boards. Janzig sends it toward the goal. It sweeps back in to the slot, and then NDCL is satisfied with clearing the puck down the ice for an icing. 7:24 just past the midway point of the first period, and 2 Charlie Johnson goals, the senior for NDCL, have put the Lions up 2-0. Face off to the left of Ademic. A shot in, and she'll cover that one. It was slow in getting to her. She had plenty of time to make sure she tracked it the entire distance to the goal. We'll do it again. This face-off is down and chipped up and not out, but now finally out. Another 2-on-1 potentially developing. Kranak, he'll shoot, save, and still loose. Thompson has been shaky in goal today, and in fact, he's had a rough tournament, a rough couple of days with a couple of challenging teams. But since the end of the first period on Thursday, the Aurora Greenmen have been outscored 17-1. Avon had 4 in the second period and 2 in the third period. So that was 6 versus just 1 that the Greenmen were able to muster in that contest in the third period. They were outscored 9-0 last night and 2-0 today. So that's 17-1 in just under 2 games full of hockey. There's a shot and a save by Ademic from point-blank range. Puck is still loose behind the net. It's sent up and poked at and cleared by NDCL. Anna Ademic, a highlight save. Here's another shot wide for NDCL. Fiffner will collect it. And Will Fiffner's got to step up for these Lions, or rather for these Greenmen. They gain the zone. Cross ice. Here's a chance. Another shot and another save by Ademic. The Lions will try and skate out and they'll just dump it from the red line. They're onside, and Fiffner will collect it. Fiffner sends it to center ice. No one there for the Greenmen. They are reeling at the moment. Luke Miller to his fellow defenseman. Long pass is intercepted. Here comes Michael Phillips. Phillips backhands it toward the corner. It's sent around the boards up to the point. No one is there, and NDCL will angle it down. No icing. It's collected there in the defensive zone by Ian Gable. Gable starts out with 5.5 to go in the first period. Gable sends it in, but collecting it is Kranak. Kranak angles it up. It's sent forward, and the Lions have another opportunity. Emery into the corner, avoids a hit from Fiffner, and Fiffner collects the puck. Will Fiffner has some speed, gains the zone. Fiffner skates on in, he'll shoot, and Anna Ademic makes the save. She has been on her game so far in the first period. And there is no concern with Anna Ademic. I think that puck went into her jersey, and they have retrieved it. And they'll have a face-off to her right. They drop down the puck. It's one back to the point. Shot in and in front. It was nearly deflected, and it goes to the near side corner. Dug out by the Lions. They'll chip it forward, and it's sent up but not out. Kept in, but blocked. The shot was, and it comes out to center ice. Angled right back in, but the Lions chip it out, and they'll send it down. Icing is waved off. Brody Markle will start out for the Greenmen. Markle, cross ice, does not connect to the pass. It's loose in the neutral zone. And then the Greenmen send it back out to the red line. Dumped in by the Lions with 4:15 to go, and they'll sit back with a 2-0 lead. Charlie Johnson, a pair of goals. Right now, teammate Luke Miller had it, sends it up ice. It's chipped into the zone, another 2-on-1 chance. They try and feather a pass through, but cannot. Into the corner with some space, centering pass all the way to the point. Miller sends it back down low. It comes right back up, and Miller able to keep it in. Miller will skate in deep. Miller looking behind the net, taken down. He's going to draw a penalty, and it's touched up. And a power play opportunity coming for the NDCL Lions, who already lead it 2-0. Time of the penalty will be 11 minutes and 21 seconds. And into the box will go number 8, Matt Smith, 2 minutes for tripping. The face-off will be to the right of Nick Thompson. Colin Kranak steps in, but the Aurora Greenmen control it. It's sent down the ice on the clearance, and Aurora's there first. Here comes a shorthanded opportunity. Demick makes the save. Colton McRae trying to get the Greenmen on the board. Emery brings the puck into the zone. He'll take a shot on Thompson, who gloves it down and makes the save with 30 seconds left on the penalty time to Ian Gable. 3:08 to go in the first period. As you see the replay right there, and Thompson tracking that one. The NDCL Lions lead 2-0 over Aurora. Kranak wins the face-off back, goes to Miller. Miller across ice. Shot from the point, wide. Emery, he'll center again. His teammate down there was tied up, but it comes to the point and the Lions keep it in. And now it's cleared out to Luke Miller at center ice. Miller retreats and he'll reset. He finds Emery. He'll gain the zone and just dump it straight in with a minute to go on the power play time. Far side, Kranak had it and had it taken away. But it comes up to the point. Emery will shoot. It's knocked down in front, and the Lions are set to clear it, and they do. I said the Lions clear it. It's actually the Greenmen who clear it. Time for another rush, but it's intercepted. And offsides is the call, as Aurora had intercepted the puck and headed into the zone, but Henry Hess had not yet exited. Aurora leads in shots on goal 10-4, but 2 of those 4 have found the back of the net off the blade of Charlie Johnson. And it's the NDCL Lions who have a 2-0 lead. And they have about 25 seconds to go on a power play. Sent up. Robbie Moore. Brought it in and fell down. And so Aurora is able to collect it. Will Pfiffner, with 9 seconds left in the penalty kill, skates into the offensive zone. He's going to skate right in. Pfiffner shoots, and he is denied once more by Anna Ademic. She got a stick on it, and it might have gone off the post. Penalty time is up, back to 5-on-5 with 90 seconds to go in the first period. The Lions just send it out to center ice, and Pfiffner has it. Pfiffner will gain the zone. Pfiffner just denied a moment ago, trying to control it. That shot is knocked down in front, and Ethan Emery will collect it and send it back out to center ice, and icing as it goes past Pfiffner to the end line with 1:05. These teams played on Wednesday. The Greenmen winners 3-1. Back on November 24th, they defeated these Lions 6-1 already in one period of play, as Ademic doesn't have to save that one. It goes wide. The Lions have doubled up their scoring against Aurora in the prior 2 games. Offsides against NDCL. They were trying to gain the zone, and a poke check prevented a rush with 52 seconds remaining. Emery gets sent out of the face-off dot. And so it's dropped down and the Greenmen win it. Sent out to neutral ice, and now Emery gains it. It's dumped in deep as Emery took a big hit. Gets to his feet. A shot wide of Ademic. She sticks it aside anyway. Behind the net with 25 seconds to go. It's sent out, and no one will go for it except for NDCL. Centering pass. It's still onside, and it's kept in for the moment, but Aurora will control. 10 seconds left. They'll have one final chance. They'll skate in and cannot get a shot off. It comes out to the slot, and the clock will run out, and the Lions will go to the break with a 2-0 lead. Charlie Johnson, a pair of goals in the first period. And the NDCL Lions with their first lead of the tournament at any point, and their first lead of the tournament at the break. 2-0 against Aurora. You are tuned into CVCA live streams coverage of the CVCA Christmas tournament. This is the 5th place game. At the end of one period of play, it's NDCL 2, Aurora nothing, and we will reverse that graphic after the break. Right now, a message from Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy. It is championship day at the Dan Kostel Rec Center in Garfield Heights, Ohio. This is the 5th place game of the CVCA Christmas tournament on CVCA live stream, and at the first intermission, the graphic corrected. It's the NDCL Lions 2 and the Aurora Greenmen nothing. If you've got an interest or you're interested and piqued in sending your son or daughter to CVCA after that video or after watching any of the games on this tournament, we encourage you to visit the CVCA website at www.cvcaroyals.org. Check out the admissions section of the website and find out information about upcoming tours, shadow opportunities, or visiting opportunities for CVCA. Again, that website, www.cvcaroyals.org. It's a fifth-place game, as we mentioned. The Lions from NDCL 2, Aurora nothing. Charlie Johnson and Anna Ademic, the stars of that first period, and we'll take a look at some of the highlights of the 2 goals from Charlie Johnson right now. Here's the first one. A loose puck in front was sent out, and Johnson collected it and fired it. It was the first shot of the day on Nick Thompson, and it beat him. And here's the second one, a 2-on-1, and Johnson fired again and beat Thompson on the short side. And that's where we stand. 2 Charlie Johnson goals have stood up as Anna Ademic has made officially 9 saves in the first period for the NDCL Lions. Later on today, we'll have 2 more games coming up for you as we look at the results from yesterday and the next up games ahead later today. Yesterday, Normandy took care of NDCL 6-2, Clay 10, Avon nothing, CVCA 9, these Aurora Greenman nothing. And at 4:30, the third-place game between Normandy and Avon, and the championship game tonight between Clay and CVCA. As the intermission clock winds down right now, we're going to pause and bring up the intermission slide. Actually, right now we're going to check in on, I think, what's going on down at CVCA. There is girls basketball happening, and there is a live shot from the Tim Byerly Gymnasium. CVCA's girls basketball team in action this afternoon against Tuslaw in a Principals Athletic Conference game. And it's a close one right now. Third quarter action late, and it is 32-31, the Tuslaw Mustangs with the lead. As you see on the board, 1:33 to go in the third quarter from Tim Byerly Gymnasium. The CVCA Lady Royals in action. The Tuslaw Mustangs in blue and the Royals in white. So 32-31 at Tim Byerly Gymnasium. We'll check in on that game a bit later. Once again, it is intermission here, the Dan Kostel Rec Center. And the score is NDCL 2, Aurora nothing. And now we will take an intermission break. You'll see the intermission slide come up on the screen, and we'll be back with you in about 3.5 minutes. So run to the refrigerator, go fill up your snack bowl, and we'll be back with more of the NDCL Aurora 5th place game in a few moments. We're back, and it's the CVCA Christmas Tournament 5th place game. We're ready to start the second period of action between Aurora and NDCL. The Lions, behind 2 first-period goals from Charlie Johnson, have a 2-0 lead. This is Tim Nichols. We're glad you found us once again on CVCA Livestream all week as we plan to present all 12 games. This is game number 10 since Wednesday. And we're set to go with period number 2. The Lions will skate left to right in this second period. Aurora right to left, looking to get back on track. They now have been outscored 17-1 since the end of the first period 2 days ago. And Ethan Emery takes a spill right off the face-off, and the whistle blows. It was a awkward fall as he gets up, and he's going to skate over toward the bench. Coaching staff showing some concern for Emery. Head coach Keith Aboud behind the bench. The assistant coaches Brendan Bolin and Aaron Valentine. And so we'll face off once again, and Emery will seek some treatment on the NDCL bench. It's dumped in by Charlie Johnson. He's got both goals in this game. And Will Fiffner sends it around the boards, and Aurora will try and build out. A big hit at the blue line, and down goes Henry Hess. The Lions will ice the puck just 36 seconds into this second period. So some physicality rearing its head here early on in period number 2. Meanwhile, a face-off to the left of Anna Ademic, who saved all 9 shots she faced in the first period. Aurora wins the face-off, but they're pushed aside again. And more physicality. And icing the call. Emery back out on the ice. He took that spill. And taking umbrage with Henry Hess. Hess looks like he may be public enemy number 1 for these NDCL Lions right now. Face-off is dropped down, feathered up and out of the zone, collected by Aurora's Brody Markle. Long cross-ice pass, and it's too far, and icing on the Greenman. So the third icing to start off this second period in just 57 seconds. This time the face-off to the left of Nick Thompson. Check that, of Max Stefano. I believe I've been saying Nick Thompson for quite some time, and apologies to Max Stefano. Stefano the goaltender, Thompson the goaltender for Avon. And apologies for making that mistake. It's Max Stefano in goal for the Aurora Greenmen. You don't mistake Will Fiffner, number 5, who has the puck right now. A penalty coming on NDCL, delayed penalty right now. The goaltender is out. 6-on-5, and the Lions will touch up. It's a slash, the call against Bryce Goling, and so a chance for the Greenmen to get one back here. It's one back to Fiffner. Fiffner, he'll take a chance. It's deflected wide. Clara Sturger sends it up but not out. Collected by NDCL and sent down on ice. A bouncing shot at Stefano, and he makes the save from Charlie Johnson. That would have been an unconventional way to get a hat trick. Tumbling to the ground is Brody Markle. He loses the puck, and the Lions clear it once again. 1:25 to go on the penalty time. Stefano stops it, and Fiffner takes it. Fiffner heads up ice, and he gains the zone. Fiffner skates in. He's going to shoot. Rebound and clearance. So Will Fiffner may be feeling some pressure to do it all. Did not even look to a teammate on that last rush. Took a shot that was saved and easily cleared. We'll see what happens on this rush. Pfiffner again comes in. Pfiffner with 34 goals on the season. Still has it on his stick. Finally gives it up. Markle skates to the circle and skates behind the goal. Tries to center. It's taken away, and it'll be cleared once again, and Pfiffner will have to collect it. 38 seconds left on the penalty time. Pfiffner again gaining the zone. Skating in, loses the puck. It does trickle toward the net. NDCL has it, and they're going to try and skate it out, and they will. On the defensive penalty kill, Clara Sturger takes it all the way behind the end line, and then she's knocked down for her efforts, but she accomplishes the goal. The clock ticking down in the penalty time, less than 10 seconds. Long outlet pass is deflected at center ice, and the Lions are going to clear it out again, and the penalty is expired. The power play unsuccessful for the Greenmen, and we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. And another penalty coming as Pfiffner is spilled, and a score! On the delayed penalty, Aurora finally gets one back, and here it is again. Pfiffner coming up ice, and he was spilled right here. It was picked up by Michael Phillips, and he fired it on net, and it went past Anna Ademic. The first goal in a long time for the Green Minutes. NDCL 2, Aurora 1. So the penalty waved off because the goal was scored, and we'll continue with 5-on-5 hockey. Phillips' goal scored at 3 minutes and 46 seconds of the second period. Back underway in the offensive zone for the moment, and it's sent up and out. Loose puck at center ice is sent in by NDCL's Kranak. Collected behind the net by one of the Greenmen on the near side boards. Winsek turns it over, and a shot goes over the crossbar of Stefano. Dumped back down low and collected by Phillips, the goal scorer, sent up and iced. Stoppage at 10:33 to go in the second period. Lions lead cut in half. It's now NDCL 2, Aurora 1. Face-off drop down. And that shot is batted towards Stefano, wide of his net. Cross ice and dumped into the zone by Janzig. Loose and controlled by the Lions. Luke Miller into the offensive zone, leaves it for Emery. His shot goes wide. Chasing after it. Kranak can't catch up to it, but it does fall to a teammate in the defensive zone. Angled up off the boards and loose at center ice. Back into the offensive zone. Emery takes a shot. It's deflected into the corner off the blade of Matt Smith. Lofted up and then sent right back down by Johnson. Angled past Kranak and out to center ice once again. A long shot saved by Ademic. Colin McRae sent that her direction, and now here comes Ethan Emery. Emery from the point, shot, gloved down, but not stopped and collected. Sent towards the slot, and a shot from Emery saved. A lot of action near the goal, and Aurora comes down with it, and a huge hit in the corner, and we've got penalties that will happen. Will Pfiffner and 15, Charlie Johnson came together. Both of them will go into the penalty box. It looks like they're both going to get 5-minute majors. We'll wait for the official call. When they did get up, Johnson gave a pat on the back to Pfiffner, and they'll have 5 minutes, it appears, to talk about it in the box. The penalties were officially unsportsmanlike penalties, and so we're back underway. We believe they were 5 minutes. They are not on the board because they are offsetting. And conceivably the best player from both teams in the box right now. And so we play on with 8:38 to go. Meanwhile, puck is in the NDCL offensive zone. Sturger had it for a moment. She battles for it, chips it forward. She finds a teammate. A shot is wide, but sticked aside by Stefano anyway. Sent up and out to center ice. Patrick O'Brien is out there, angles it off the boards, and it's back in onside, dumped down low for NDCL. 8:10 to go, second period. The Lions leading by a goal. It's 2-1 NDCL. We are playing 5-on-5 with a pair of players from each team in the box. It's Will Pfiffner and Charlie Johnson. And we say it all the time, the unique thing about this arena that was built in the mid-1960s at the Dan Kostel Rec Center is there's one penalty box. And so Johnson and Pfiffner come together on the ice, and then they sit by each other and chat during a cooling off period in the penalty box. We've got 7:44 to go in the second. As you watch live action resume after that replay, the Lions leading 2-1. Face-off in the offensive zone for NDCL to the right of Max Stefano. Off the face-off, it's pushed to Stefano's right and behind his goal and the end line and sent right around. Chipped off the boards by Winsek and loose at center ice, sent back in to the corner by Emery. The Lions able to keep it in on the far side boards. A shot attempt goes to the near side of the far side corner. Still loose on those boards, and they chip it down further and up and out of play. Stoppage with 7:13 to go. Both teams changing at this break. Another offensive zone face-off for the Lions. Colin McRae steps in for Aurora. And I believe that is Luke Miller. Actually, it was Colin Kranak for NDCL. The Greenmen control the face-off and chip it up the boards. It's sent toward Anna Ademic by one of her own players, and she's got to cover as she had a pair of Greenmen bearing down on her. One of them was Will Adams, and the other was Johnny Janzig. 7:02 to go. Second period. Face off to the left of Ademic. It's one that's dropped down and sent up and out to center ice. Pfiffner out of the box, so the penalties just 2 minutes, not 5. Referee had held 5 fingers up, which is why we thought it may be 5, but both Johnson and Pfiffner out of the box and back on the ice. The Lions try and connect on a long shot. It'll be icing with 6:31 to go. As the teams change up, hockey's a tough sport. You did not see it on camera, but as he was coming out of the bench area, number 16, Max Schechterman, nearly face planted. Gets right back up and he's ready to go, is Schechterman. And so are we. It goes right by Schechterman's stick. And Pfiffner had it for a moment, but his poke checked away from him. Angled up and into the zone. Ian Hilliard, he shoots, and gloved down by Anna Ademic. She gets a pat on the head by one of her teammates. And another face-off in the defensive zone coming up for the Lions. This one's chipped up to the right point, kept in, and a shot goes airborne off the backboards, up to the left point, sent right back down by Pfiffner behind the net. Centering pass does not connect, and the Lions are able to clear, and they try and start out on their own rush. Into the offensive zone comes NDCL. I think O'Brien got knocked down into one of the players from Aurora, and they both get up behind the play, slowly up into the netting. The puck goes, and finally a whistle right down below us, and a fan pushes it back out onto the ice. So a bit choppy over the last 3 or 4 minutes with a number of stoppages, not much flow. The face-off right below yours truly here. They drop it down, and it's knocked into the zone, but quickly cleared out. Colin Kranak gets pushed from behind, dispossessed, and it's sent forward. Dumped into the corner, and the Greenmen will chase it. Clara Sturger is there first. Ethan Emery, cross ice. Taken in by Johnson. Then Emery dumps it down. Johnson will chase. Loose to the right of Stefano and collected by a teammate. Long outlet pass and another icing. Both these teams seem like they're trying to catch lightning in a bottle with a long pass and an outlet and a break, or simply just trying to get some rest to get their legs. It's been a long 4 days for everyone involved. We hope you've enjoyed the coverage here. We're doing our best to bring it to you on CVCA live stream. Face-off is dropped down and pushed to the right of Stefano. Behind the net, Frankie Winsek had it, sends it around the board to the near side. Luke Miller tries to keep it in, but he cannot, and the race is on. Nice job by Sturger right there to prevent further escalation of a rush for Aurora. And back the other direction, Johnson dumps it into the near side corner. It's chipped away from him. Bodies come together, and Winsek sends it around and up, and it's chopped out. Luke Miller sends it right back in, though. However, the Lions are offside, and Pfiffner has it. Pfiffner gains the zone, has some speed, skates around a trio of Lions, looking to center. Winsek had it for a moment. Ademic doesn't know where it is. She does now, and it trickles out to the near side boards. Up it comes. Johnson, 2 goals, sends it forward. And it's cleared out to center ice. McRae gains the zone, pushes it toward the goal and gets a shot on Ademic, but she covers it up with 3:46 to go. Nice job by Colin McRae, former goaltender, now the senior playing a forward position for the Greenmen. And he will take the face-off. And he wins the face-off, pushes it forward toward the goal, but Luke Miller skates in to make sure there's no further escalation of that opportunity. All the way back down the other side of the ice, Brody Markle, haven't mentioned his name in some time, sends it up, chipped forward by Ian Hilliard. He finds McRae. McRae trying to collect the puck. Does, and he sends a shot that deflects high. In front, a chance for Hilliard. Just trickles wide. He had an open net chance opportunity. Still Aurora challenging. In front, it's loose and collected by Ademic. She is a cool cucumber. There's an outstanding chance that Ademic tracked and gloved down with 3:07. The Lions, 2 first-period goals from Charlie Johnson. The Greenmen got one back from Michael Phillips, and that's where we stand, 2-1, late second period. NDCL clears into the offensive zone. Kranak has it taken away. Still onside. Miller sends it forward. It's deflected into the near side corner. Centering pass, finds a teammate, but Miller is pushed out of the way. And Pfiffner has it. He has yet to score, second straight game. Pfiffner with some fancy stick handling and getting around several players. He's into the offensive zone, shoots and a save, or no, it's a goal! We just mentioned Pfiffner had not yet scored in a couple games, and there it is. He ties it up. 5-hole on Anna Ademic. What a play by Will Pfiffner. It's what we've come to expect from him. He shoots, and Ademic got a piece of it, but it got behind her into the back of the net, and Aurora has crawled back to even. Will Pfiffner, 35th goal of the season, and what an opportune time for that. We're back to even. In the offensive zone corner for the Lions. Centered. Not able to get a shot off, and Stefano covers. Another good opportunity to get it right back. But we stay tied 2-2. Miller chops at it, sent forward, shot and a save by Stefano, glove down by a teammate in front. The Lions trying to counter, but now Aurora dumps it in deep. It's chipped up and sent down ice by Kai Culbertson, who's out there. No icing. Stolen. Centering pass is knocked away off a skate of an Aurora Greenman. 90 seconds left. Into the offensive zone. Phillips, who had the first one today, has it poke checked away by Sturger. It's sent up. Not out. Henry Hess fanned on a shot. It goes all the way back into the defensive zone. Back into the offensive zone. A shot knocked aside and blocked. Into the corner, sent in front, score! Michael Phillips left unattended in front of the net, and Phillips buried it off a perfect centering pass, and the Greenmen are on top. There it is, you see Phillips angling toward the net. And a teammate won the puck battle in the corner, found him. And the Greenmen have erupted to take the lead. Three to two, long shot, Stefano makes the save. Final 40 seconds of the second period. The Aurora Greenmen, trailing for most of the contest, have 3 late second period goals to take a lead, and that was deflected, so there is no icing. 30 seconds left. Sturger, she's a good hockey player, gets there first and chips it out of harm's way. Here comes here comes Johnson. Johnson with pressure is bodied off the puck, but gains it back. Johnson with 15 seconds left on the near side boards has the attention of a pair of Greenmen. It's dug out. Winsek sends it out of harm's way to center ice, and the puck trickles to the far side boards. The clock winds down, and that's going to do it in the second period. The Aurora Greenmen down 2-0 at the end of one. Find their footing and get 3 second period goals to take a 3-2 lead into the locker room at the end of 2 periods of play here in the 5th place game at the CVCA Christmas Tournament. That's your score at the end of 2, and at this point, We're going to pause for another message from Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy.
My name is Natalie Murphy, and I teach students science.
My name is James Thomas Talbert. I'm a Bible teacher here at CVCA.
My name is Adam Armstrong.
Craig McSparron.
My name is David Ramey.
My name is Jacob Pyland, and I teach students theology.
My name is Kate Matthews.
My name is Lisa Spodnik, and I teach 8th grade students English.
My name is Lauren O'Brien.
Soy la señora Sherima y soy profesora de español aquí en CVCA.
My name is Meredith Reardon, and I teach students English.
My name is Paul McClevich, and I teach students math.
My name is Regina Picari, and I teach students about God through the discipline of science.
My name's Rick Lyons, and I teach students anatomy and physiology.
I teach students Mandarin Chinese.
My name is Zach Churchill, and I teach students the Word of God.
My name is Caleb Ernessy, and I teach students Bible at CVCA.
Being at CVCA is so important because I get to spend time with students and point them to Christ. And the ability to watch students grow in their faith is a reward that surpasses anything that I could have imagined.
Getting to be a part of their lives reminds me of the teachers that were a part of my life when I went to school here. So I love just getting to walk through that journey with them.
I love to see students realize that whatever background they come from, whatever choices they've made in life, that they're lovable.
I love the light bulb moments for students when they get it. I love that as a student myself, and I love to help students have those moments.
My students are an inspiration to me. I love reading their writings, seeing their thoughts, learning from their wisdom and insights. They're a blessing and a joy.
I'm a teacher because I understand that the high school years are some of the most important and formative years in our lives, and I want to be here to help students create a theological bridge between word and world, and to help them create a Christian worldview so that the lens by which they see the world is the lens of the gospel.
In the classroom, I want what I believe to come through in an authentic and passionate way, because I think when teachers have an excitement about their relationship with Jesus, it spills over into the classroom, into the lives of students, and they can understand that Christianity is not a religion, but it's founded on a relationship with Christ.
My belief is the more they know about God, the easier it's going to be for them to fall in love with him. And that's what I want for my students to do. I want for them to fall head over heels in love with God so that they aren't afraid to give their whole heart to him, to continue their journey beyond 7th grade.
I do what I do because I love to see the smiles on the students. They energize me. They make my day happy.
I believe at CVCA we are equipping students with biblical foundations that will serve them well in their years beyond high school.
Being a teacher at CVCA is really unique because we're able to share the gospel within the curriculum that we're teaching.
I love watching students grow spiritually and discovering that they are infinitely loved by God. The passion of my life is helping students see themselves through God's eyes.
Welcome back to the Dan Kostel Rec Center, where it's the second intermission, and the Aurora Greenmen lead 3-2. Take a live look in at the Tim Byerly Gymnasium, and you see the game has just gone to conclusion. The Royals girls basketball team victorious in the Principals Athletic Conference today, 44-39. Joy Williams with a humongous day, 34 points out of the CVCA 44 for Joy Williams as she led the Royals to victory against Tuslaw down at Tim Byerly Gymnasium. CVCA runs their record to 9-1 in girls basketball. Congratulations to them. Back here, the Dan Kostel Rec Center, 3 second period goals by the Aurora Greenmen have put them on top of NDCL by a score of 3-2. And we'll see if we've got some replays to show you from that second period, some highlights. And here they are. This is the first goal. Michael Phillips, it was Michael Phillips with the first goal of the game on a delayed penalty after Will Fiffner was hauled down. Then Fiffner did it himself. He came in and tied the game late in the second period, getting one by Anna Ademic. And then the third one coming right here, a pretty feed to Phillips, who got his second of the day, and the one that put the Greenmen on top at the end of 2 periods. Aurora 3 and NDCL 2. Once again, coming up this afternoon at 4:30, we've got the third place game that will pit the Normandy Invaders against the Avon Eagles. And then the championship game tonight, we hope you tune back in tonight at 7 o'clock. The Clay Eagles from Oregon, Ohio, 14-1 of the season, will take on the CVCA Royals, who look to try and defend their CVCA Christmas Tournament Championship of a year ago. Royals 13-5. The only common opponent, Perrysburg, who defeated both Clay and CVCA this season. As we bring it back here to live, Zamboni doing its thing. We've got about 3 minutes and 45 seconds to go before we get ready for third period action. So we will take a break from the Dan Kostel Rec Center. This is CVCA live streams coverage of the CVCA Christmas Tournament, Aurora 3, NDCL 2. We'll be back with you in about 3 minutes. Welcome back to the Dan Kostel Rec Center in Garfield Heights, Ohio. We're getting ready for third period action on CVCA live stream in the fifth place game. The Aurora Green Men retaking the ice. NDCL awaiting. The Lions get out to a 2-0 lead off the stick of Charlie Johnson in the first period with a pair of goals. Aurora battled back. Michael Phillips and then Will Fiffner, and Phillips again late in that second period. And that's where we stand at 3-2. 15 minutes up on the clock. The players waiting on the referees. Here they come with the puck. Phillips, with 2 goals on the day, ready to take the draw for the Greenmen. But it's one back to the Lions, who push it forward. Fiffner, though, collects it and sends it to center ice. NDCL dumps it in. Colin Kranak will chase after it. But Phillips was there, angles it up to center ice, where it's collected and sent back in. I believe that was Robbie Moore, who's been quiet today. Here's a chance, but it's knocked down before a shot is able to be lined up. Puck is loose, trickling back towards Stefano, but Fiffner collects it and he'll head up ice. Long pass looking for a teammate. That's Henry Hess. Shot is off the edge of the goal. Centering pass again. Knocked down in front and knocked down a second time, and that will hurt tonight. Off the leg of Luke Miller. Still more pressure for these Aurora Greenmen now with a 1-goal lead. And finally NDCL able to take possession of the puck and head up. 2-on-3, they're going to dump it and get a change behind the play. 13:40 to go in regulation, 3-2 Aurora. And here comes Fiffner. He's bodied off the puck and it just sent right back out to center ice. The Greenmen will reset. Fiffner hauled down. No call right in front of the referee. Lost his stick. Gets back up and it's tipped back out. Icing is waved off. First to it was Max Schechterman. Sends it far side to Fiffner. He angles it up. It finds a teammate there. That's Johnny Janzig. Turned over though. A shot and a save by Stefano off of Robbie Moore. We just mentioned he'd been quiet. Centering pass. Moore couldn't haul it in, and Fiffner does. Fiffner again hip checked, and this time a penalty is forthcoming. Interference is the call. And the NDCL Lions pleading their case, but they will not win that argument. 2 minutes for interference. Into the box goes Patrick O'Brien. It was marginal, but just moments before, Fiffner had been hauled down, and there was no call, so perhaps a makeup call there, as he did have the puck. Usually interference, you are playing a man without the puck. There is bewilderment up here amongst our staff, but nevertheless, it's a power play opportunity. And a shot and a save immediately, 3 seconds in, by Anna Ademic. O'Brien will have to watch his teammates try and kill off the power play. 12.5 to go here in regulation, 3-2 Aurora. It's swept around the boards, but kept in. Markle skates in deep, centers. It comes to a teammate, and it's dispossessed, and suddenly on the shorthanded bid, here comes NDCL. Miller winds up and fires. It's high and over the crossbar, not on target. A shorthanded chance for NDCL to try and tie it up. Miller has it once again, and he will just flip it down, and it's batted down. That should be a hand pass, but it was not. And a shot and a save by Ademic. Brody Markle fired that one in. Here's this attempt by Markle, and Ademic standing tall in goal. 21st shot of the day for these Aurora Greenmen. Trying to get back on the winning track after a rough couple of days here at the Dan Kostel Rec Center. Play resumes, 1:13 left to go in the power play time for Patrick O'Brien's interference penalty. A shot and a score. Fiffner stands and admires his goal from the point. His second of the day. 36th on the season. Fiffner, here he is on the power play. Without pressure, just lined up and beat Ademic. And then he stood and took a long look at what he had just accomplished. 11:42 to go in this third period, and now a 2-goal lead for the Greenmen. That early lead for the NDCL Lions now a distant memory. Do they have anything left? Sturger centers, but no one there coming up to help her. Fired in. The dump, but no chase. And Aurora clears it out, but a delayed offside situation as Colin Cranack had to get back onside. Now it's poke checked into the zone for Aurora, and still in. Markle sends it down low, near side with space and time. Phillips to the far side. Winsek up top. Another shot is knocked down in front. And it comes out to center ice. The race is on for it. Goes back the other way, 1-on-2. Hess gets a shot off, gets dumped for his efforts. Into the corner it goes. Winsek and Miller battle in the corner. It trickles behind the net, and the Lions collect the puck for the moment. 10:15 to go. Angled up and out, but into the hands, or on the stick of number 5, the captain, Will Fiffner. Fiffner winds up, heads down the ice and gains the zone. Suddenly he's in line for a hat trick. If he can get one more. Lions chip it forward. Ethan Emery gets it into the zone, but right now the Lions struggling to get much of anything going. Nice evasive move, but 1-on-4. It trickles back, and a save by Stefano. That's the type, another save by Stefano. Here comes a third chance perhaps, but Aurora back checks it away. It's going to have to be something like that. The Lions' possession has been slim. They'll have to get something off a rush if they do, and they need it a couple times, 3 if they're going to try and win this thing. Aurora now with a commanding 2-goal lead. Matt Smith sends it up, but it's chipped out to center ice. Just poked to the other side where Brody Markle gets lit up at the blue line. Johnson, he'll skate in, shoots, and it's wide. Send up, tipped forward. Will Adams touched it, so no icing. Luke Miller. He'll start out, cross ice, angled off the boards. Johnson again, knocked down in front, and a good thing too, covered because Colin Cranack was zooming in. Stefano, shaky early. He's been solid of late. 4-2. And here come the Greenmen again. Winsek on the left wing. Fans on a centering shot. It comes through a second time, and it is knocked aside by Ademic. Another save by Ademic. This time Phillips looking for his hat trick. A third one, and a fourth shot goes wide. Pressuring now are the Greenmen, trying to put it away. It's swept to the near side boards, becomes right back to Aurora. Nice puck battle won by Markle. $7:50 to go. Markle digging deep in the corner, takes a spill, gets right back up. It's still loose, and he levels one of the Lions. Takes a check in the back for his efforts, and icing. Markle. And Charles Johnson, I think it is. Check that at 16. It's Robbie Moore going at it in the corner. They get up. Markle gave a tap to Moore on the pads, the shin pads, and said, "Hey, nice job there, son." Good sportsmanship after the play right there. Back underway and kept in. A shot from the point is knocked down. That was Schechterman who delivered that one. Now Pfiffner tries to center. And Ademic gets knocked down by her own player in back. Another player goes flying, and we've got a player that's down near the net for NDCL. And quickly the staff from NDCL is out. Head coach Keith Abood is livid with the referees as he stands near his player who's going to get up. And it's Clara Sturger who took the big hit. Sturger's had a good tournament. We've commented that she seems to always make the right play for her team. She'll go to the bench and try and shake it off. But Abood was not happy that there was no call on that play. 7:12 to go as we resume. Up to the left point, Pfiffner. He'll skate in and shoot. It's knocked down by Ademic. Another shot for the Greenmen. NDCL trying to clear. It trickles back to the corner, and chasing after it is Ian Hilliard. Sends it up, but it's chipped up and out. Is there an opportunity here for NDCL? It's kept in and dumped down by Colin Cranack, but no one there for the Lions to go collect that puck. From center ice, it's dumped in by Patrick O'Brien. But again, the dump without a chase does not work too often. Icing on Aurora with 6:28 to go. The Greenmen have come all the way back from a 2-0 deficit, and they now lead it 4-2. We just got a look at that play with Clara Sturger, and it was, we'll just say it wasn't clean. Head coach Keith Abood had a right to be quite upset that there was no call. Centering pass in front, but Ethan Emery couldn't get there. It's in front again, backhanded shot saved by Stefano. Some good pressure by the Lions. No icing, they'll wave it off. Frankie Winsek trying to get there, but it's sent up. And an angled pass that Stefano will play, so no icing. Sends it out. And it's sent down the other end. 5:43 to go. Right past one of the Lions. No icing once again. 4-2, turned over, shot. And an easy pad save by Stefano. Again, icing waved off. Sturger back out on the ice. She chips it to center ice where it's collected by Markle. Sent forward by Moore, but again, no one there to connect with it. Long angled pass. And NDCL, when a puck comes to them, some of their less experienced players just want to slap at it and sometimes not even connect with it, not even looking. And a big hit on the far side once again. And there's another example. They'll clear the puck, but they're not looking for a player to pass it to. If you can't pass from one player to the next, it's hard to have a successful possession and sustained possession. Here's another example. Skating in is Miller, and he just loses the puck, and it comes right out to center ice, back into the defensive zone. Angled forward, and they cannot connect on the pass. Pfiffner, with a 4-2 lead, will just be content to dump it behind the net. Right back out to center ice, and dumped back in by Schechterman. 4 minutes to go. Turned over in the defensive zone. Unable to get a shot off was number 16, Schechterman. Back up to Pfiffner. Pfiffner, again, dumps it down low. And NDCL just takes another penalty. It was a big hit behind the play. And as the hit was delivered, the NDCL player who's going into the box, and I believe that would be number 19, O'Brien, takes his second, just shouted and really gloated. Not trying to play hockey, just trying to be intimidating, and he will sit. The Aurora Greenmen call timeout. They'll have a power play after the timeout with 3:45 to go and a 4-2 lead here in the third period in the fifth place game. Aurora trying to break a 2-game losing streak in this tournament and get back on the winning side of the ledger. Looking to defeat the NDCL Lions for the third time this season. They have a pair of goals from Michael Phillips, the senior forward, and 2 more from their star player, Will Pfiffner, the senior defenseman, who's now up to 36 goals on the season. He has 6 in this tournament and certainly has put in a fine performance against some stiff competition. 5 of those 6 goals coming against these Lions, however. He had a goal against Avon late the other day. Once again, coming up this afternoon, next game is Normandy against Avon in the third place game. And then the championship game tonight at 7 o'clock on CVCA Livestream's YouTube page. It's Clay against the home-standing Royals. Timeout completed. We're about ready to go back to live action. It'll be a power play for 2 minutes for Aurora with just 3:45 to go and a 2-goal lead. The Greenmen in good shape right now. Colin McRae steps in. He'll take the draw for the Greenmen. It's up to the point. Pfiffner, who scored a power play goal already, skates into the circle. He'll fire, and it's wide. NDCL has it, and they'll clear it down the ice. 3.5 to go in the game. 1:43 to go on the penalty time. Brody Markle dumps it in on Anna Demick. She gloves it down, and he'll stop the clock. Another face-off. 3:19 to go. Head coach E.J. LeMay sends out another forward unit. Pfiffner and Markle remain at the defensive slots. This one is swept up to the right point. Markle keeps it in, and a shot is knocked down in front. Minute 25 to go on the penalty time to Patrick O'Brien. That shot kicked aside into the near side corner. Sent behind the net, centered in front. Sliding toward the net was Frankie Winsick. It comes to NDCL, and they clear it down the ice with a minute 10. Pfiffner gains the zone. Skates across the blue line and then dumps it deep into the far side corner. It's chipped forward by the Lions, and they'll clear it again. Pfiffner knocks it down, and so Markle collects it. 2:37 left in the contest. Markle goes low. Ademic makes another save. Centering pass, chipped into the near side corner. Under 2.5 to go in the contest. Chipped up and out. Back to center ice. Pfiffner. He'll gain the zone with 30 seconds left in the penalty time. On the right side, he skates in behind the net. Centers it, finds Markle. Markle shoots, and a teammate tips it into the corner before it can get to the goal of Ademic. Taken away and swept up, but kept in by a nice play by Will Pfiffner. 10 seconds left. Now, McCray shoots and scores a power play goal. 5 seconds left on the penalty, and Aurora ices it. McCray, and actually tipped in front, so he'll get the assist. Looks like it might have been 13. Hess. Regardless, it makes it a 5-2 contest with 1:50 left, and the penalty cost the Lions. And a big hit at center ice. And play stops. And Brody Markle is going to sit for the remainder of this one. It's pretty safe to say there's no love lost between these two teams at this point. It was Colin Kranak who Markle lined up, and for the third time today, the staff from the NDCL Lions has to come out and check on one of their players on the ice. 2 minutes goes on the board, and Markle will watch the rest of this one. Familiarity breeds contempt. And as we near the end of the third meeting of the year between these two teams, it's safe to say they all know each other. Last year, the CVCA Royals matched up with the Kent Roosevelt Rough Riders 6 different times, including in the Barron Cup 3 Championship. And here, these two teams, I believe, have one more meeting. The power play, and a score! Patrick O'Brien gets a goal. So right out of the penalty box for him, and 4 seconds into the penalty, NDCL gets one back. And so Markle will not watch the rest of this one. He is released. 5-3. So we resume. Final 90 seconds. O'Brien, who just scored, sends it up and in, and another save by Stefano. Loose in front, and Pfiffner just chips it up and out of play with 1:14 to go. And we continue. 1:11 left. Knocked down but cleared. Moore will chase it for the Lions. In the corner, sends it forward. Turned over shot goes wide of Ademic's goal. Less than a minute to go now, 52 seconds. O'Brien has it taken away. Lions unable to control. And now a chance. Taken away and a stoppage, and we've got another penalty called against NDCL. And this was bound to the defensive zone. Number 15, Charlie Johnson, had a hit from behind. And he will sit. So 2 minutes on the board for Johnson. The chippiness continues. Power play, and the whistle blows again. And they're going to let that go. The Aurora Greenmen started that play with 6 skaters and a goalie. There were too many men, but they allow the play to continue and just take an Aurora Greenman off the ice. Or do they? A conversation will take place between the referees. 3 seconds have gone off the clock since the last penalty was called. So 3 seconds was played. But they are not going to remove a man for too many men. They just escorted him to the bench. Or perhaps they finally will. And they will. Too many men on the ice is the call against Aurora, and it will be served by number 35, Ian Hilliard. So 4-on-4 is where we'll be for the final 29 seconds, barring any further penalties in this one. And because of the penalty, they'll move it down to the defensive zone for the Greenmen. So the subtleties of hockey being played out right here. The Greenmen give up a too many men penalty. And we shift to the offensive zone. And NDCL wants to call timeout with 29 seconds. So we'll see what head coach Keith Aboud wants to dial up. With the puck in the offensive zone, perhaps Anna Ademik's day might be done, as they may wish to bring out an extra skater, although she does head back to her goal. So the strategy of pulling the goaltender is one that they'll implement. She just went back to retrieve her water bottle. Her day appears to be done. So we'll come back to an empty net for the NDCL Lions. As you see the graphic go up on the board, it'll be 4-on-4 hockey for 1:57. It is not a power play, although our graphic says that it is. Apologies for that. It is 4-on-4 with an empty net. 29 seconds remain. Aurora, 5. And NDCL 3. The Lions send out Colin Kranak to take the draw. Ethan Emery to his left. And the puck is dropped down and controlled by Aurora. It's sent up and out. So one of the prime necessities with the extra man and an empty net is to win that puck in the offensive zone, and they do not do it. We're down to 14 seconds. They dump it in. Final 10 seconds. Sent up. Miller has it poked away. Fiftner looking for the hat trick. 2 seconds left. He'll just slap it up against the boards, and the clock will run out. And the Aurora Greenmen have come from behind and manufactured a victory here in the 5th place game at the CVCA Christmas Tournament. Congratulations to them. And head coach E.J. LeMay, a good effort put in today by the NDCL Lions. They had an early lead with 2 goals from Charlie Johnson, got one late from Patrick O'Brien, but it was not enough. And the Aurora Greenmen skate out of the